Several other quick ones. Only towards the end of the day did we hear much discussion about agriculture and food. Africa's agricultural production has increased over the last decade or so, but Africa has not had its green revolution, remains unable to feed itself, and is still spending billions of dollars on food imports. Last year, I think Nigeria's food bill for rice and flour was in excess of about $3 or $4 billion. African countries are putting greater focus on agricultural production, but the question is, will Africa be able over the next decade to substantially produce enough food given the climatic shocks that it will face, its rising population, and the slow introduction of green technologies or green farming technologies? I suspect it will not. Education. African education has expanded rapidly over the last 30 years, especially with the near universal introduction of primary school education around the continent and the expansion of both public and private universities. However, I think you heard the cry from several speakers today that as educational opportunities have expanded, the quality of education, particularly at the tertiary and the university level, has declined. Africa's great universities are no longer turning out the strongly qualified people that they once did. It is indeed a challenge. We also heard that Africa is working hard to strengthen its sub-regional institutions. The East African community has made serious strides in reconstituting key economic protocols, introducing easier trade and transport regulations for the movement of goods and services, creating a common passport and an East African labor market. And there's been progress in ECOWAS as well. But progress towards economic integration will remain mixed across Africa and will always be constrained by the political tensions and ambitions of individual leaders within the region. Noble goal, but it will take a little bit more time to achieve.